We're in Shropshire today for the UK launch of Kia's EV3. Great to be reacquainted with the Kia EV3 that we very first saw at its Frankfurt reveal. Our colleague Matt has actually done an extended review at evpower.co.uk of the GT line. So let's have a look around. This model, like all Kias now, has vehicle to grid, and I have to say we've actually seen, as it's Christmas, we've actually seen it powering a Christmas tree just around the corner. So whilst it's not quite California mode, both windows go all the way down. So Matt, in his review for evpower.co.uk, actually felt it was quite Minecrafty in its design. I actually really like it, and I really like this blue colour. We've said before that cars, long gone are the days where the Ford adage of you can have the car in any colour as long as it's black. I have to say I really like this blue. There's a metallic grey and a green, which we'll show you shots of as well. But no, I really like this. I really like the very defined lines, very sculpted. Yeah, I'm really falling in love with this Kia. Oh, it's let itself down. I have to lift the boot. I mean, what is wrong with this? Oh, blimey, okay. You could smuggle some chisel in there. Not bad space, and I have to say, the under floor space is huge. And for a small mid-range SUV, you could get probably 2 family-sized suitcases in here. The design, very sort of straight lines everywhere, and I have to say the wheels, a bit like Paula Abdul, opposites attracting, because you've got squares within the circles. And a little bit sort of BMW i3-esque, not that anyone copies anyone else in car design. The door handle's up here. I have to say, first impressions, the steering is really nicely weighted. It feels like you're in a much larger, could be said luxurious car. You know, it's really responsive, but quite heavy, which is nice. I have to say, I've got this car set on level 3 and the I-pedal mode. And whilst I won't take my foot off the pedal because I've got someone behind me, it is pretty much quite responsive, nice one pedal driving. Just what you'd like to see in an electric car. I think one immediate negative, whilst the car has got 2 12.3-inch screens for navigation and also for all the various information stuff, the interior is a little bit on the plasticky side. Kia say this car, albeit at a lower cost base, is a rival to VW's ID3. I have to say VW, Volkswagen Group generally, dashboards, etc., are just a little bit more luxurious, have a slightly less plastic, and a little bit more sort of leather elements or whatever else. So inside, I have to say, whilst I don't particularly like the plastickiness of this actual model, the GT line is different. Switches, it's actually got nice proper switches, haptic display, really responsive touchscreen, which does actually do what it needs to do. You've got all the air conditioning temperatures here. As we said before, really nice display right in front of you, although the other model, as we've seen earlier, does also have a head-up display. These air vents are slightly different design-wise than you would normally see. This centre console, slightly different in this model. It would appear that you can't work from the Air, but you can work from the GT line. The OCD in my head is slightly annoyed by the fact that the 2 USB-Cs are in a different colour, but I presume they're in a different colour for a reason. Overall, I have to say, I really like this car. It'll take you, a new driver or anyone sitting in the driving seat for the first time wanting to drive the car, probably about 30 seconds to find out how to turn it on, because there is no ability to turn the car on here as you would normally find. Spoiler, it's on this third stalk down here with a drive selector. One downside, and this model, like the boot, it's all very manual. So what's it like for the back space? Not bad actually, I have to say. It's quite futuristic seats, nice grab hold, which is a surprise. And also, you've got USB-C, almost like aircraft seats for charging. One surprising feature for a family car of this size, if Matt, editor of EV Powered, was sitting in the front seat, you wouldn't actually be able to put the back seats down. However, if you are not like Matt at 6'4", you're normally sized, you can actually put the seats down and they'll go perfectly flat. So let's have a look at the front. Not exactly the most expansive space available, but I suppose you can put your cables, charging cables in there. I have to say the GT line interior is much nicer than the Air one we've just been driving. You've got the artificial leather seats, this cloth effect on the dashboard. Other than that, pretty much all exactly the same. And you've also got the ability just to pull out this centre console as well. So this GT line coming in £3,500 more than the Air that we just drove at 39,495. Has a few additional design features as well as the leather interior etc. that we just spoke about. So you've got the gloss here, you've got the really nice boxy LED lights, 19-inch alloys, charger, wireless charging in the head, and also you've got the pop-out electric door handles. This Air model coming in at £5,000, less than 33,000, is a lot of car, a lot of nice car for that money. It definitely takes on its rivals in its sector. If you look at some of the other models, we jump all the way to the top of the range, the long range GT Line S. That's just shy of 43,000. With all the various other things that this car comes with, or that car would come with, I have to say it's very impressive. And Kia is definitely making a statement with this car and bringing the game to its rivals. So as you can see, we've got the EV9, the EV3's very, very big brother, and they look virtually identical. It's just, all they've done is just pinch and zoomed. So there we have it, the Kia EV3. I have to say, overall, I love the Kia EV3. I personally wouldn't buy the Air model, but I possibly would buy the GT Line one. Head-up display, nicer interior, slightly longer range, etc. Would probably grab it for me. And there's very little price difference as well. It's a real contender in its price bracket. Would I prefer this over a Volvo? Absolutely, I think I would. So yeah, absolutely. Overall, we really like the Kia EV3. So please make sure that you like and subscribe to make sure that you never miss out on another review.